Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is afternoon here in Ukraine, and I'm coming at you today with one story from a Ukrainian perspective. Yes, the Ramstein meetings are taking place right now. Yes, we are seeing some signals of good news coming out of the Ramstein, but we will look at that later once information becomes finalized and never jump too early. But today I want to talk about what the thumbnail says. You see the Hollywood sign, you see the fire, and the question is Ukraine, why? This morning when I woke up and I was dealing with some of my friends and we're working on preparing some things for our trip, my Ukrainian friends were coming to me and going, Greg, why is Ukraine being blamed, or even in the same conversation with the fires that are in Los Angeles? They were stating things like, Greg, we are very sad for Los Angeles. We're very sad for Hollywood. We see the burning. We see people losing their homes. We see complete devastation. It's the same thing we see all along our front lines every day. Can I remind you of just the strike in Zaporizhia yesterday? Death toll at 13. Now the wounded total is up to 133. A devastating event. Now, as for me, I am an American. I love Los Angeles. I travel to Los Angeles quite often. My father is supposed to be there next week on business. I have lots of friends and family members in Los Angeles, California, and I'm very sad. But using this to throw shade on Ukraine is such a low blow, and it's so trashy. So from the Ukrainian perspective, let me tell you, we are sad for Los Angeles. A lot of our immigrants, a lot of our dear Ukrainians are there experiencing these fires. These are some images that you were seeing. In fact, I've got some video out. Just look at the devastation here, guys.
Mike, I can't believe my eyes what we're seeing here in the Pacific Palisades and into Santa Monica. Just nothing but destruction. All those hot spots are structures that have burned or are burning right now. As I zoom in, it's just home after home. I don't even have the words for it to describe. Look at this area here. This is off of, it's off of Rimmer Avenue and Monument Street. I mean, just homes are destroyed here, just wiped out completely. It's just really unbelievable to see the devastation here, the structures that are still on fire, the businesses that have burned, the homes that have burned down, apartment complexes, fire next to that church there. It looks like a church anyways, but it's just unbelievable to see all this. I'm going to bring in our map system so you can see the streets that are affected here, but it is burned all the way to the shoreline, all the way down to PCH, and there you see the shoreline there. But it is just our first time looking at this. The smoke is cleared, and we're getting our first look from above at all the devastation here throughout the Pacific Palisades and into Santa Monica. But it is absolute sadness is all I can say.
Absolute sadness is all that he can say, and that chopper pilot and reporter there completely agree. And the Ukrainian perspective is we completely agree. But the big question that I have, and it's in the thumbnail, and it's not just coming from me, but it's coming from Ukrainians, and that is, but why are we at fault? Why is Ukraine even mentioned in this? We see a tweet coming from Donald Trump Jr., also being retweeted by Elon Musk. Oh, look, of course, the LA Fire Department donated a bunch of their supplies to Ukraine. Okay, that's out of bounds. That is completely irrelevant. You're talking about Los Angeles, one of the largest cities in the world, the California economy by itself, one of the largest economies in the world, larger than most nations of the planet. And you're talking about a few pieces of fire equipment, of which, by the way, I've not seen any LA fire equipment here inside Ukraine ever. And that's my eyes. But oh, look, of course, the LA Fire Department donated a bunch of their supplies to Ukraine. He was retweeting or commenting on John Lefevre, and the LA Fire Department sent surplus equipment to Ukraine. Ukrainians today are asking, why? Los Angeles having a horrible, and I'm talking about the entire basin there of LA. We know that video is from Pacific Palisades and other regions, the Hollywood area, but we call it Los Angeles proper. Ukrainians are sad for Los Angeles. Los Angeles in some of those neighborhoods looks now like Avdiivka and Vovchansk. It looks like Bakhmut and Chasiv Yar and Toretsk. And there's sadness for that. They understand the loss. But the Trump administration here with Donald Trump Jr. and Elon Musk just tweeting crazy madness trash to further push the improper narrative about Ukraine. So shame on them using a terrible event like these fires in Los Angeles to throw shade on Ukraine. By the way, I did do just a little bit of looking here, and I went to Los Angeles's website, and this is Los Angeles official sister cities. Athens, Auckland. I can tell you now there are no sister cities that are in Ukraine for the city of Los Angeles. However, I do see that Los Angeles has two sister cities that are important right now. You know, Tehran, Iran, and St. Petersburg, Russia. So why don't we go out and tweet right now that Los Angeles is a sister city to terroristic cities and homes of evil regimes, of course, Moscow being the home, but St. Pete also being a key city there in Russia. And Tehran, why don't we do that? No, we're just going to look at a fire that is existing and burning, and we're going to blame that on Ukraine. Guys, this is the sub-narrative that is happening everywhere. Be careful of it. Watch for it. And don't fall for the trap. With that said, guys, I want to thank you. Right now, I am headed out the door. I'm going to drop some aid to wounded soldiers here in Ukraine. We're getting ready to go deliver them some sweatshirts as we have promised, and to encourage them. Yes, I will get some video of that, spending time with wounded soldiers here inside Ukraine. But there was no way that we could leave this story alone. I woke up, the Ukrainians are going, Greg, you're an American. What on earth? Why are we being blamed? Why are we even in the conversation? That is a fire inside of Los Angeles. For me, I completely agree. I love my nation. I love I used to live in California. I love LA. I'm there all the time. But this is way out of bounds by Donald Trump Jr. and Elon Musk. But par for the course. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for subscribing. The channel is growing very rapidly. We're here to tell you the truth about Ukraine, about what's happening, world narratives, global narratives, drop aid, do all of those things. Be your hands, eyes, and feet. Thank you for the opportunity. And you guys be blessed and have a great day.